So today we're going to talk about this Valmet bayonet for the M76/M78 in honor of Finland joining NATO. If this is the kind of stuff that interests you, stick around. So the Finnish Army carries the Valmet rifle, which is an adaptation, a Finnish adaptation of the Kalashnikov rifles. It's been referred to as the best of the Kalashnikovs. That's debatable. I think it's an outstanding piece of equipment. Frankly, if I have to choose a Kalashnikov rifle system, I probably would carry a Galil, but that's my opinion. So today what we're looking at is a Valmet bayonet. Now, if you own a Valmet rifle in the United States, chances are it did not come with a bayonet. Some of their guns did come with bayonets. Most of the guns didn't. And frankly, when you bought the 76 or the 78 in the United States, it usually only came with 1 or 2 mags. So now in the United States, the collector's market for bayonets and magazines, quite frankly, has got these priced through the roof. A bayonet like this, well, not exactly like this, the bayonet that you can find in the United States today is probably going to cost you about $400. So you're not going to find this bayonet for sale commercially in the United States. So the camouflage background that you see me using is actually a jacket, a Finnish jacket, in a Finnish Army camouflage that was used by Finnish Army troops who were part of KFOR, right? Which was the Kosovo security forces in the 1990s. So those troops carried Valmet rifles, and they carried this bayonet. And that's where I got this jacket and bayonet from. Mostly when you look at these sheaths, you go, wow, that's kind of crude actually, right? Well, this is in fact the Finnish Army issue bayonet sheath. It's basically just a couple of green naugahyde leather kind of panels riveted together, and a belt hanger. That really is the real thing. Oftentimes in the United States, the ones that you see will be like a taco style, same kind of construction, same kind of material, but instead of having two rows of rivets, it'll only have one, and it'll be folded over on one side. So that's what you usually see in the United States. So here's what's interesting about this particular bayonet. So Hackman is a Finnish knife company. If you're familiar with Finnish knife companies, you know that, well, actually with all kinds of Finnish military companies and industry companies, they all kind of run together at some point or another. So Hackman made blades for the Finnish military. They also made a really cool folding butterfly knife in the 1960s, which was supposedly issued to the CIA. I'll throw a picture of that in here. But as it stands today, Hackman, right, which is a famous Finnish knife company, is part of Fiskars Group. So when you see these bayonets in the United States today, more often than not, they say Fiskars. So you will not find to my knowledge, any of the imported, commercially imported bayonets with a Hackman marking, right? This is a knife that came from a Finnish soldier along with the jacket that I'm using as the background. Here behind it. So, like I said, this is in honor of Finland joining NATO. So, which is something that I never thought I would see, quite frankly. Finland has historically been an extremely independent country. They frankly haven't been treated all that well by Western Europe. And as a result, well, not as a result, but they really don't seem to give a shit, which I think is awesome. So the Finns fought the Russians before, right? I'm not going to go into all the history of it, but one of the things that they get criticized for in Western Europe is having sided with the Germans during World War II, when they really, you know, there was really no other option to defend their land from Russia. So here you have it, ladies and gentlemen, a really neat bayonet. This is the bayonet slot, right? Goes onto a lug, which is part of the 3-prong flash suppressor. This is your lock, right? It's very, very simple and rudimentary. As you can see, the molded plastic handles are riveted on. They're almost black, but they're really, really dark green. They have a very rich black phosphate parkerized coating. Now, as you can see, it's very much like a puukko, right? Like a puukko knife. It also doesn't have a finger guard. And these knives are used not just as bayonets, but as utility knives and fighting knives. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. A very interesting piece of equipment. I have at least one other Finnish knife that I'll make a video about, but this is the only military one, right? So here you have it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you think I suck, give me a thumbs down. If this is the kind of stuff you'd like, you know, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys around. God bless America.